Hello guys, in this tutorial I will show you guys how you can use Bicep, Azure Bicep templating language for creating resource in Azure. So it's getting started. We can extend our project, but it's just a simple project that you can learn and use how you can use Bicep and create the resource in Azure. If you see here, I have written few lines of codes. For example, in Bicep, you define your variables like params like this, and here I'm getting the resource group location. So you can either, for example, define your location, but you can also set it here to get from whatever the resource group location is. Then I create another variable for my app service plan. I'm creating an app service plan. Just I give it this name, just plan 1, and then I created another web app name. So this also variable. And I want to have application insight enabled. I want to create application insight. I create another, and so you can also define the main length, max length, and description like this and Bicep. So for example, here I'm creating a storage account, and then I give this main length and max length because that's a requirement that it should not be more than 24 characters. And for example, here I'm creating a virtual network, and so the good thing about Bicep is that before you write the code, you have to in Visual Studio Code you need to install the Bicep. If you type Bicep, if you install this extension, it gives you IntelliSense, and it makes your coding writing template very easy. It makes it easier. For example, if you want to create a resource, for example, let's say web applications, you just type web, it brings here like this the different applications that you create, different services which are provided by Azure. And then it shows also here a sample of the code that it will generate if you select this one. So here you can see the sample of code that it would generate. For example, if I select this one, you see that it creates, because I have created this, it gives an error also. So you can see how it shows the errors. It's all the because I installed the Bicep extension in my VS Code. So it's quite really useful and help you a lot when you create the templates. Here the resources that you define your resources, for example, then you provide the name of resource, storage account, location. So because I defined the variable location, I'm passing that. And for example, for app service plan, I define provide the name of the app service plan that which I define at the top, then the location, and then for the application inside the same way. So it's just a sample. And here, if I show you I have created a test Bicep resource group in my Azure. What I will do is I will run this command, how you can deploy your Bicep templates to Azure. So once you did created your Bicep code and then you can right click here on the VS Code, and my file name was main.bicep, so then you can click deploy bicep file. It asks for the deployment, and say okay. For the for the resource group, I select this test bicep, and then pointers I have none, so just enter. You can see the deployment here is in progress. It takes a while, so okay, we get deployment succeeded for basement test. If now I go back to my resource group in Azure, and if I refresh, you see that the virtual network, my app service, my application inside, and then app service plan, then the storage account is created. So it's just simple as that. So the good thing about the infrastructure as a code is that you can maintain your infrastructure, maintain this basic file, for example, in a repository. So later you can bring changes, you can revert back, and also you can deploy it in multiple environments without any changes. For example, if you do all the change through the portal, for example, if you're configuring your dev environment, then we have a dev and prod. So it's best practice that the dev environment, prod environment should be the same in terms of infrastructure. If you do configure through the Azure portal, you can configure it, but you might miss some of the configuration, so it might be different from the dev environment. It's a best practice to be the same. That's why there's also the deploying your infrastructure through code is make it simpler, and it deploy the same infrastructure for the both environments. So with just a click of a button, so it deploys all the resources. So it save your time, and also it create the same structure for different environment, and you can deploy it as many times as you want. So that was it. So basically, if you, for example, let me remove these ones. If you want to add, for example, another resource, you can just write, for example, container group or container registry VPN network connection. So hit enter, it will create the template. Then you can give the names and all those details. You modify it, and then you right click and deploy. Then it will deploy your template to Azure. Hope you learned the basics of how you can use Bicep template and with your projects. Thank you so much.